Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I want to do this video because I think a lot of guys have a misconception when it comes to social media and the game. And, some guys think that the game has changed because of social media. And the other day I did a video, a live stream, and this dude called The Locker Room, he called up. And shout out to you, Locker Room. I'm glad you called up. I'm glad we had a discussion so I could clip it, put it up so people could see. But what I noticed is when I saw the comments to that discussion, there were certain guys who still thought that social media makes it, I guess, harder for women or for them to get women, because they're saying, well, women are getting all these likes, they get all this attention. And so they're saying that because they got all that attention, it's going to be harder to get with these chicks because their heads all gassed up. They got all these dudes that's all in their DMs and all this other stuff, right? And this is the argument that the Locker Room was saying, right? And basically I was saying that the game hasn't really changed. And now one thing I didn't get to emphasize is, there actually is only one thing that changed in the game, because of social media. Only one thing. And I'm going to explain it to you, in this video. See, the only one thing that changed as far as the game goes, because of social media, is access. That's it. That's it. Access. So what does that mean? That means that you now have more access. You now have more reach to get at a chick. You understand? That means that, the chicks will have, more dudes trying to, give them attention than before social media was there. But what hasn't changed is you being able to get the girl. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, a lot of guys think that because of social media and because the girls are getting so much attention, that it's gotten harder to get with them, which is false. See, that's not the thing that changed. That's the thing they think has changed because of social media. But that isn't the thing that changed. The only thing that changed was access. You understand? So that means that you have access to talking to a girl that you probably wouldn't have had access to before. And she has access to a number of guys who she probably wouldn't have had access to before. But that being the case, that does not impact the results of said guy trying to get with said girl. And this is the thing that you guys got to understand. So when I say that it hasn't really changed the game, what I'm saying is that, back in the day before social media, you would have to go out, walk up to the girl at a, bar, club, street fair, dance party, whatever, right? And approach and talk to her. So guys think that because that girl may have not been getting as much attention, that it was easier for that guy to get her, right? And now they're saying, well, nowadays, since a chick has, 50,000 likes on Instagram, on her Instagram posts, and she's posting up, she's an Instagram model posting up half naked pictures and bikinis, that, she's so gassed up that it's going to be hard for guys to get with her or get at her. You see what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that that's not true. What you have to understand is this: the only thing that changes the access. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say, you have an Instagram page. You as a guy, you have an Instagram page. Let's say that 200 chicks hit you up in your DM, try to holler at you, right? And let's say there's a 201st girl who wants to holler at you, but she's thinking, damn, I can't holler at this guy. He got so many chicks in his DM. Why is he going to want to get with me? Right? But that chick, the 201st chick, she's thinking, oh, I don't know if I could ever get with this guy. But on a scale of 1 to 10, she's about, let's say, an 8. And let's say all 200 of the women in your inbox are 2s and 3s. You understand? Let's say they're like 400 pounds. They got mustaches and shit. They're super obese, overweight. All 200 of those girls are like that. And then the 201st girl, she's an 8. Now, does that girl who's an 8 have a chance of getting with you? Right? Most likely you'll say yes, because, you're like, I'm attracted to her. So the same applies for women on social media. They get all that attention and all that other stuff. That stuff is cool. But when it comes down to them actually being with a guy they want to be with, they're getting hit up in the DMs by a whole bunch of dudes they're not into. And then when they get hit up by that guy they're into, when they get hit up by the guy who's the equivalent of that 8, she's like, what's good? So what I'm saying is that the access has changed, but the actual thing that you need to do to attract the woman hasn't. Just like if you're on an online dating site, you know, you still have to, let's say, match with a chick on Tinder. And then you still have to be able to, you know, send a message to be able to get her to want to meet you in person. So you still have to do something in order to get that girl to meet you in person. You still have to have game. So it's not like, you know, there's this different thing. You still gotta talk to the chick on the site, right? In order to get her. Just like you would need to talk to a chick in person in order to get her. You feel what I'm saying? You still need game in any of these situations. The only thing that's changed is the access, because now you have that access to get to all these different girls online. But the actual thing that you're doing is still the same, which is applying the game to attract the girl. So you guys think because she gets so much attention that is going to be harder to get her. And in fact, this is the funny part. A lot of times it's easier to get her if you know what you're doing, if you have game, because what you're going to know is that a lot of these dudes that's hitting her up in the DMs are the equivalent of those fat girls trying to hit you up in the DMs. They're not feeling those guys. Why? Because those guys ain't got no fucking game. They're like, hey, how are you? You're so beautiful. What's up, babe? Oh my God, how are you? You're so sexy. Like, they're doing stupid shit like that. So she just ignores all that shit. But then you come through, and this is why you guys need to go on Bad Boy membership, because I have a whole program called How to Get Chicks on Social Media. You come through knowing how to do your thing on the online thing, on the social media tip, and you know how to get her attention. You know how to get her to reply to you. You know how to get her to actually, you know, exchange numbers with you and meet you out in the real world. That's what happens when you have that game. So it's not that because these hundreds of other guys, you know, were in her inbox why you can't make it happen. The only way you can't make it happen is if you blend in with all the 100 other guys in her inbox, which most guys do, which is why they're saying, oh my God, it's so hard. No, it's only hard for you because your game is weak. You feel what I'm saying? But then if I slide up in the DMs and I know how to get her to respond to my shit, you understand what I'm saying? I'm making it happen. You understand? And a lot of times, you got to understand too, is that the social media thing, you know, still works how, let's say, for example, you know, you get chicks choosing you, you know, in the street or wherever. You could still get chicks choosing you online. Like I've gotten chicks hit me up in my DM on Instagram trying to holler and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I had this one chick that, you know, she would call me Daddy Locario. If she listening to this, she know who she is. You feel what I'm saying? So she was trying to get, you know, hit me up in the DMs and see what's popping. You understand? I had other chicks randomly hit me up in the DM. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the same. It's the equivalent of you being out in the street and a chick choosing or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? She's just choosing. She's just letting you know she's interested. So all of these things are still the same. It's just brought about in a different manner, but it's still the same shit. But the main thing that changed was the access, right? Just like how I'm able to do the Mr. Locario stuff, where I have access because of YouTube, because of, you know, being able to use different websites and different social media platforms to market and promote. I have more access to people, which makes it, in a way for me to get to the people to give out my, products and services and, to get people to purchase stuff. But see, the game that's required to get someone to buy is still the same. You know what I'm saying? You still have to know how to sell. So it's not that, because, these people got social media, so now the game has changed. So now it's super easy for people to sell online, or you could say the opposite, is super hard for people to sell online. Whatever route you want to take, it's not because of the social media. It's because those people that are selling because they may have the game to sell. Those people aren't selling because their game is weak when it comes to selling. The only thing that changed was the access. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. See, you keep the reason why you think it's hard to get these chicks online, and you think because they get a lot of attention that it's going to be hard to make shit happen, it's because you're in the category of the guys who she sees as those lame dudes. If a dude she thought was interesting, sexy, had some swag, he said or did something that intrigued her, she would respond to him. She would give him the number. She would actually end up meeting this guy because he has the game to pull her. So the social media isn't making it harder because chicks are getting a lot of likes and a lot of attention. Because you're thinking, she's gassed up. But guess what? Gassed up chicks still like dick. You know what I'm saying? Gassed up chicks still need to have some sexual, attention. Gassed up chicks still want to, hook up, have a boyfriend, whatever. Right? So when they meet that guy, when they're interacting with that guy, they end up making it happen. So it's not because of the social media that's making it harder for a guy to get her. It's the guy who's going to get her is the one who has the game. This is what I've been telling you guys for freaking 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hopefully at some point, some of you dudes who don't get this will listen. You feel me? But that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, click on the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you'll learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.